Hello there, welcome back to the Golden Horde. Last time we fought, well, the Timurids. We had to wipe peace out with Karagonlu in order to make sure that we didn't get beaten. But Persia has grown, and we're currently supporting more rebels in order to attempt to basically have the rest of the lands revolt. Now, the revolt risk is basically banished, which is of course a problem, but hopefully here the fact that we have closed off the land will be enough to allow the rebels to take course. Of course, the second problem is that the Persian Patriots are mostly connected to Baluchistan, which is a problem for us, but hopefully we can make something work here. Baluchistan can be peacefully vassalized. I might make some moves there. For the time being, however, we'll prepare ourselves for a war against Muscovy, and then we'll fight another war against Novgorod, with the goal of vassalizing, well, Novgorod. But first, I'll most likely end up annexing both Kherson and Crimea ASAP. I might peace out with Denmark for that very reason, if the Ottomans can't make anything work soon. As you can see here, the Persian forces are doing pretty well for himself, taking a lot of land, which is wonderful. On a second note, though, we will most likely be at war with Denmark for a long time. I don't really want to peace out on my own, take the risk of provoking the wrath of the Ottomans. So what we're going instead is just go for I think a holy war? No. We're going with the tribal conquest. And we're going to take the provinces that I have claims on, which are, well, Kolm, vassal, Kaluga, Vladimir, and Sustal. Those are my 5 targets. And Novgorod will most likely hate me for it, let's face it, but I will also vassalize them, and I will be taking lands back from Muscovy, which will, counter that negative vibe, so to speak. We'll also most likely fight Lithuania after annexing Crimea and Kherson because of Novgorod treaty. So for now, we'll go with this. Pretty sure that I can win the war against Muscovy on my own. Don't really see any good reason why I shouldn't be able to. Muscovy has a grand total of 30,000 men. Half their army is here, and I should be able to beat that pretty simply here by just going for a straight out attack. They have started colonizing, which is a problem. I might have to send a very small army, just a detachment basically, to take this by force, and then I'll colonize this, and I can take that by force. I'm a little bit unsure, again, if I want to do that, because the simple fact that, well, it's kind of cheaper at the moment to just keep them flaggering about. But yeah, the goal here will be to beat the Muscovites fairly quickly, but with results like this, it's already not looking too good for me. But we'll see if I can get the victory that I require here in order to, well, keep on growing and get stronger to some degree. But yeah, go for now at the beginning. Just hunt down and destroy any Muscovite army I can find, and that will hopefully be enough to, as I said, get the victory in this war. That's going to be the goal. I'll show you the bigger battles, but I don't expect too much now. It should be more or less straight to the point to some degree. But yeah, we are definitely getting some bad modifiers, and even Ivan's shock skill here is not helping at all. So I definitely, quite possibly, might have to actually retreat here. I'll have to see. Now I'll place this army in. No, it might as well just stay there. I'll have to join up my armies again, and then we'll go see if we can get a proper battle against them. But I'm a little bit unsure. Things are not looking too good here. I'll show you the next battles, but it's definitely not looking too good. I should have been prepared to fight them as soon as troops ran out, but I have money, I have troops, I can sacrifice a lot of them, so it's not like I'm in a really big problem. But we have to take the nomadic F4 here because we're running out of space. So trade range increased by 10, get dock and marketplace, which are all useful. We're just going to keep on converting. There's still a long list to go, but at least we are making progress. And I think we're also going to take 2 new ideas. The land attrition from the Horde idea, land attrition minus 20% will be useful. We also took 2 ideas from the religious tree, which gives a boost to missionary strength plus 3%, and stability cost modifier minus 25%, which will be potentially really useful. Now, I'm a little bit unsure if I want to go for taking 2 more ideas just to get the traditions of the Great Khan. It might be beneficial because it's going to be really expensive to, well, go further down the admin tree. So I think we might wait and just see how it plays out. I'll probably ignore these rebels, probably accept their terms, because let's face it, I don't have the force right now to do much else than just say, okay, that's fine. And cities demand all rights. I've already got this once and took the legitimacy loss, but I can't really accept another loss of legitimacy like that. It's just going to be more painful than denying doing this and then just boosting it once I get the admin power necessary. So, not the best thing to have happened, but not the worst either. Now in this case, I think I might have to make my heir and king into ES4 shock. That's going to be a little bit... It's kind of a potentially dangerous sacrifice, but I think I might have to here. I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually pull back to Bryansk and then hire more troops. No. We'll not be able to that, so we'll hire troops here to join the battle forces. I'm a little bit unsure if I want them to attach. If they can, they should get there ASAP. If they can't, that's fine too. So yeah, apparently as you can see, rebels are handing land over to Baluchistan, which is troublesome to say the least. I need to find Baluchistan then, most likely pretty soon. But I'll focus on Muscovy right now. Hopefully I can win. I can't guarantee it, which is again a little bit bad. They're going to Tver. But yeah, we have to see it. Denmark wants me out, I'll decline. I'm still in a war on my own, so I have no reason to just quit. Boost ability back up. And we'll see if we can actually defeat this Muscovite army. Now, the Muscovites did something that can be regarded as weird. They attacked this army with just half of their own, with one army standing pretty close and another one also standing close. So if I can get there on time, this might be what we need in order to completely beat the Muscovite army down into a pulp. So we'll see how this battle plays out. If I can join in time, then we'll most likely slaughter their army. At least that's what I'm hoping for, but it doesn't really seem like it's going my way here. And of course we're getting tons of rebels also just to make the situation even worse. But at least this Muscovite army is taking some pretty substantial losses. Well, I thought it was, but it wasn't. Now I'm just going to join everything into one army. We're going to cut it out. The mercenaries here. And the rest of the army is here. I think we're going to have to go for hurting this Muscovite army as well. Don't really see any way of making progress else otherwise. And I'm basically just going to have to stand back here. I'll probably accept a couple of terms here from the rebels, things like that. But all in all, I should be able to get a victory here. Why my king didn't become chief of war here is a little bit surprising. And also, as you can see, we're losing tons of troops because of this guy here. I don't see we have better morale. The military tactics will be behind on that is what's increasing our losses to such an incredible extent. We're just going to pull back here. I might have to go for just leaving Muscovy to be, and basically going for taking these two colonies that they will create, rather than actually winning the war. Basically just block them off for the time being, and focus on getting myself up to admin tech. I might have made a horrible error there. Potentially I might have to also wait for and just only declare war when I actually have the backup of the Ottomans, because this is just slaughter. The Ottomans did at least make peace there, so that will be beneficial for me. But yeah, that seems to be the case. I'll just have to try and snatch the colonies, and then we'll make a well, kind of peace that can save my arse. We'll see how it goes. I might be in a spot of real bother here. I thought I could deal with this with the 11,000 mercenaries. Of course, that was not enough. It's like I've been making a ton of bad decisions lately, which is not good at all. It seems like the Muscovites are not colonized in this province, which is even worse, because that means that I can't just use the snatch province plan. And also this thing here is just really expensive. It's just really expensive to keep them going. I really wish I could have brought the Ottomans into this, but right now it's actually even. The Muscovites are basically just standing here waiting on, well, the next move, so not really too much I can do other than just, again, do the exact same team thing, just wait. Luckily enough, their manpower is running out. There are about 4,000 reserves, so if I just allow them to keep on doing what they are doing, they will definitely run out of manpower, and then I can start taking more pot shots at them, and basically win what has become, in the worst truest sense, a war of attrition. We'll see how it goes. For some reason, the Muscovite army actually offered to go even deeper down into my territory, which is wonderful. If I had an army now to kite it around, that could potentially, well, work really in my favor. But apparently, since I decided to, as one might imagine, do a dealing with rebels run, things did not really work out. They're going after that Persian army, so we're going to Nizhny Novgorod, just keep a little bit of distance. And the Persian army is of course just slaughtered. That is kind of what to be expected here. But we did at least get rid of the rebels in Bryansk. The goal now will be to basically create two armies that will not be suffering from well, attrition, and hopefully we can pick a battle here that would be to our benefit. As you can see, the army here is rapidly becoming smaller. They're out of manpower. They're getting 300 a month. And basically here what I've done now is something that's hilariously, wonderfully fun. I'm using the stupid AI's ability to not navigate properly to have it, well, murder itself. And that is basically how I'm going to have to fight the Muscovites if I want to win. We're going to move these guys to Luga. They are still not trying to colonize that province. And they're actually coming to Nizhny Novgorod. They will still go there, surprisingly enough, even as he's securely standing. So I will be using this army here to just now move slowly but surely inward, siege countries, or the countryside. And these guys will suffer attrition even in their own lands with an army that big. And that is what I'm going to take a benefit from here. And if they actually attack, we are going to use these armies to well, hopefully crush them. I can either get knowledge is power or ignorance is bliss. Now, the prestige gives some extra morale, and of course legitimacy, improving relations, things like that. So I think in this case we are going to take that extra rebuild risk for 2 years, rather than losing a third of, or half of prestige in this case. Now they did split their army up, which is a clever move, don't get me wrong, but I should still be able to pick them into, basically slaughter them here, even so. If they're just going to move that army, I should be fine while just waiting. And there we go, I'm going to move this army in. I'm going to also move this army in. Now, if I manage to actually get here before the battle is over, which I actually didn't, surprisingly enough, we might have to take some other choices here. Oh, I'm actually inflicting some damage this time. Wonderful. Now, since they're out of manpower and I'm not, it doesn't really matter that I lost that small army. It's perfectly fine, to be honest here. And we're going to use this army to try and catch them off guard. And if I now can destroy that army, and use this army to hurt or destroy that one, I'm basically in a good state here. I think we're going to do the clever thing, which is just to retreat for the time being, and try and catch this one off guard in my lands. Now let's see how this battle goes. I should win. I'm numerically superior, stronger army, most likely too. So yeah, I did win that one, which is wonderful. Now hopefully here, this one will actually run in there, while this one's still stuck here. And that should, in theory, allow me to destroy it. Novgorod might actually take this opportunity to injure them a little bit, which would be wonderful, just saying. So we'll see here if I can now, if I can make something work. I still have a pretty decent amount of men left too, so it's not like I'm in any sort of hurry or problematic situation. But we'll see if we can actually destroy this army, and then we'll just siege Muscovy itself. Now this has been a lot harder than anticipated, mostly the fact that they have the military tactics. Military tactics are basically used to, well, slow down your losses. Now I do have a pretty big manpower pool, so I can actually afford to lose a fair bit of troops. So I don't really have anything to worry about in that sense, but it's still not good to be losing all the troops that I am losing due to this. So we'll have to be a little bit more careful in the future. But for now, as I said, sieging is going to take priority. I'm going to sacrifice a lot of manpower on this, and hopefully then I can cut off the Muscovites once and for all, and basically win a definite victory here. That is my hopes, and I'll just keep on picking on these smaller armies. I'll show you if there's any big surprising losses, victories, etc. So we'll see how this plays out. As you can see, I've actually set together a pretty strong army here, and the goal here will be to attack the now 10,000 man unified Muscovite force. Hopefully I can actually get some good modifiers. Again, my king here is not in charge of the army for some reason, because once I joined them, basically here I get the wrong guy in charge. Also, it's a Crimean lord that is apparently in charge of the entire operation, which is again pretty damn annoying and, well, hilariously weird, but nothing I can do about that. We'll just keep on trying to take pot shots at these guys as usual. We'll try and get everything sieged. Still, haven't done anything up here, so that is good for us. But I think I might have to move my focus pretty soon to military to just try and speed the process of getting basically tech enough to kind of find these guys more or less up. Now, Balochistan got 2 of the provinces here. Persia got 2 of the provinces. I have no idea what will happen with the last 2. But hopefully Persia will get them too. Balochistan now will not actually accept vassalization, which is not surprising. So we'll most likely end up in a war with them sooner rather than later. The Mughals will of course also fight them. And, well, probably do that pretty soon as well. Timurids, I'm a little bit unsure what else we'll do with them. I'll probably have to find a guy, try and get myself some, well, better provinces before that. So we're going to fabricate claims on Rune, Iraq, everything here. Basically just try and make our way, well, connect these lands, which will be most likely a little bit difficult, but it's perfectly doable. For now, however, we'll keep on hunting down the Muscovy armies, and basically we'll be aiming at wearing them out even more. That is going to be, hopefully, how we win this war. We'll see how it goes. Now, Muscovy is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with because they do manage to put together armies every now and again, but at least we are sieging now a lot of land, and I should be able to get a pretty good deal here when the war finally ends. But unfortunately, this is the 3rd time I've got this in less than a decade. We'll just have to do that. Lucy's stability point again. It's not good, but there's limits to how low I can allow my legitimacy to drop before it becomes a proper problem. Now, luckily enough, the Persian king is pretty damn strong. 6 shock, 3 fire, 4 maneuver. So by having him in my army, I can most likely, hopefully here, do some revenge ass kicking, more or less. But yeah, the goal here will now be to just siege these 3 provinces here. Then we'll see how we play from there. Well, I can celebrate it. I think we'll just go with one day. I just need a piety, really. But yeah, I think we are, as soon as these 2 have been sieged, we're more or less ready to make peace with the Muscovites. Still fabricating claims, so we'll see how that go. But for now, I'll just try and allow the sieges to go quickly, and we'll see if I can do something to really hurt the Muscovites soon enough. But my real issue here is if I want to vassalize Novgorod or not, and if I want to fight, well, potential Poland, Lithuania. That is far stronger than me. That could turn out to be a real issue. Lithuania has 27,000 men, Poland has 23. That's 50 by them alone. If I want to fight them, I'll probably have to attempt to get myself up to military attack 6th, not 6th, pretty rapidly. So for now, we'll allow the sieges to continue, and we'll see what I come up with there. Now, there are limits to what Muscovy will actually accept it, so for now I think I'll just take this. All of this is Russian region. The only problem, of course, is that I'm getting close to the Livonian Order, which could potentially spark a war there. But I think I have to be a little bit aggressive now, just get things going, and I think this is the way to do it. So we'll be taking 5 provinces, 3 with claims, 2 without, and hopefully this will allow me to regroup, get prepared for Lithuania, potentially just start going east, and wait until I can reform my government before fighting Lithuania and Poland again. I'll have to see, unless of course I can drag the Ottomans into the war. If I can do that, then we'll probably go for Lithuania, Poland, and Novgorod next to try and get the vassalization going, of course. But I need it kind of just to make sure that I can get what I need to take down the let's face it, if I do not deal with them, the Muscovites will become a real thorn in my side. A proper thorn in my side, if you will. I don't think we'll boost that up right now. The war exhaustion overextension. We can lower the war exhaustion, of course. We do have a ton of diplomatic power. And I think we'll actually save up some of that diplomatic power. And once we reach the... want to get any trade efficiency plus 10%? I think we'll wait for now, especially if I want to use Novgorod or Persia again. Balochistan is getting most of the Persian provinces, so it needs to be it needs to be sorted out. When I fight the Mughals, I'll probably try and take. I might actually just go for the annexation and take the entire place, or something like that. We'll have to see. But I definitely need to get myself a border with Baluchistan so I can declare war on them. Basically, just send insults and everything, see if that solves it. But the last thing I want to do in this really long episode, which I do apologize for, because I didn't consider the fact of military tech still getting that far ahead, is that we will start the annexation of Kazan and Crimea. We're going to get rid of both of them, which will be 500 diplomatic points. It's good I didn't use it on tech. But yeah, the goal here is just to annex them, and then we'll decide what to do with Lithuania and everything else. It's going to take a while, though, I think. Let's see here, 94 and 94, 2 more years. It's going to take to get both of these done. So 600 or 595, the point scale. But at least it will allow me to get Novgorod without negative bonuses. So we'll see how this plays out. For now, we'll wait until next time, and then I'll be thinking about this and see if I can come up with a very good way to counter the Muscovites in the future. We did at least take this, so if I want to block them off, it's most likely just going to be one province. And as you can see here, they already have a colonist going, and I can't fight them for another 12 years. So yeah, could be really really bad for me, bad for my health. But we'll see next time what happens. Bye.